Hello everybody, salut tout le monde, minasan konnichiwa, this is GOYOKIN here, and I'm your host. I saw the film Dune yesterday, Saturday, October 23rd, 2021. It's been more than 2 years since I've seen a movie in theater, so it's been a long time, long time, mainly due to COVID-19 restriction. I missed the first 20 minutes of the movie. I got stuck in traffic jam to get there, roadblock, then difficulty to find my vaccination proof. Also, lost precious time arguing with one of the employee. Somebody already took my reserved seat, so I had to watch the entire movie in the cinema staircase. I didn't want to disturb anybody, and all the other seats were already taken. Then I got a $80 parking ticket. At least I didn't pay for the popcorn and the beverages. I brought my own snack. Got back home, watched some reviews of the movie on YouTube, and then I fall asleep watching Dune, the TV miniseries. Prior to that, I rewatched the 1984 David Lynch movie adaptation of the novel 3 days ago. And I read Frank Herbert original work Dune for the first time in summer of 2017. Fantastic book. It was a blast and I was impressed. Super impressed. Best science fiction book I ever read. Dune 2021 version. A film directed by Denis Villeneuve. First and foremost, it's a film that should be seen in IMAX for the sheer scope of the visuals. A gifted young man, Paul Atreides, must travel to the hostile planet Arakis, home of the spies, the most precious substance and currency of the universe, used for space travel, enhancing mental abilities, and extend life, to ensure the future of his family and his people. Now, about the movie. I was questioning myself about the Dragonfly spacecraft in Denis Villeneuve's movie. It's super cool to look at and all, but I really doubt in the desert people would use that type of engine because of the sand and dust. And I always thought that the dragonfly were living close to natural fresh water in real life. In the case of the spacecraft, it's design over substance. The music score is average. Overuse of music in the film. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's annoying, especially the female vocalist. Most of the time, generic. The sound design is great. Visuals are amazing, pretty impressive at time, but a lot monotone. There's not enough difference between the worlds. They basically look the same in terms of design and costume. Special effects are very good, but the protective shield used by the soldier is a bit too much distracting. I would have used the glowing red color only at the precise point of impact, when the blade penetrates the shield. Anyway, magnetic fields are invisible. Casting is good, but Dune novel is ultimately also a tribute to the Arab people living in the desert. Incidentally, there's not enough Arab and too much black people in the cast. Performance des acteurs, performance of the actor and actresses. Overall, good. Could have been better, slightly a little bit better, I don't know. Jason Momoa was great and a likable character. The first apparition of Javier Bardem at the console was pretty memorable. One of the best actors in the world right now. Too much exposition of Zendaya in dreams sequences, but she's cute. Oscar Isaac was good. I was reluctant when I heard he was part of the cast. Because he's in Star Wars. Josh Brolin is always good. Timothée Chalamet is good, but look a bit more like a teenager than a young man. I think Kyle MacLachlan is the best Paul Atreides. Rebecca Ferguson, maybe a good actress, but I think she's crying too much in this film. Her character is supposed to be in control. She's a Bene Gesserit. She's a witch. She's a fucking witch. Like my manipulatrice. Stellan Skarsgård is great. But what? But a reminiscence of Colonel Kurtz, played by Marlon Brando in Apocalypse Now. Dave Bautista is a good choice. Well, I think that the actor and actresses could have put a little bit more intensity in their roles. The direction of Denis Villeneuve is pretty good. It could have been slightly better sometimes. Sometimes unnecessary subliminal that have nothing to do with Dune universe. We don't see enough the powerful eyes of Charlotte Rampling. Her eyes are the gum jabbar. The action sequences are good, but lack blood and gore. Not forget, it's Halloween time. well, you released this movie in the month of October. It's too much sanitized. A 16 and plus rating would have been great. Some element of the book are missing in Denis Villeneuve's adaptation. No introduction. Mantat are almost not present. Almost no mention of the spice or the spice mélange. I really enjoyed the movie. A very beautiful movie. Good job. But I was a little bit disappointed at the end when after watching the movie. My first impression score, 7.6 out of 10. A good movie. Almost great. The cinema industry is in crisis right now, in a very poor state, and for several reasons. COVID-19 is just a symptom of bigger problems. I think it's worse than World War II when a filmmaker, cinematographer were hijacked by the government to make propaganda films. The latest bad news? The release of Dune 2021 on HBO Max at the same time of the theatrical release. Seriously, this should not be allowed. Not for a movie with huge scope, epic proportion, or great visuals. This is absolutely ridiculous. They are killing slowly the industry. Sometimes I'm wondering if they know what they're doing seriously. They should wait at least 2 months after the theatrical debut. Also, these big productions should be released simultaneously, worldwide, in every country. Streaming platforms should be subject to more strict regulation. Anyway, the movie was good. It was quite entertaining. Very easy to follow. Not very complicated. Maybe sometimes slow pace, but it's not boring. Box office wise, well, this movie made 40 million, 40.1 million, something like that. It's maybe a little bit disappointment for the studio because Halloween released in the same month made $50 million on their opening week. So it's Halloween time. It reminds me of my time at the university. I was playing Dune 2 Battle for Arakis on PC between my homeworks in 1992. Now it's time for part 2. There's a lot of work ahead. This movie was part 1 of 2. The second part should be great. I think the second part would be even better than this one, with more spectacular, more everything, more action. No, I better shut up. The visual are amazing. So yeah, good job. So this is Goyokin. I'm your host, and remember, don't forget to watch the movie if you didn't. Don't forget to buy the Blu-ray when it's gonna release. And thank you for watching. I didn't say spying. I said watching the video. Postscriptum. The entertainment industry have to learn the meaning of freedom of speech and fair use, especially on YouTube platform. That includes corporation. I'm not a yes man and I don't suck. Beep. My only interest is the best of the medium, cinema.